6, or actually 5, because we didn't record the character creations session as well. Last time the group took some damage, took some injuries. People have bought off their high-end damage, I believe. So credits have been spent that way. We have our infiltrator back in the mix today. Probably should want to mute yourself, Fabe. And we have the team back and recovered. People have some assets, some money if they want to try and do some things. I have some jobs that your fixer certainly can offer up to you, but I want to see if anybody has anything that they want to do ahead of time. Looking into matters, getting new stuff, all of that kind of stuff. And I did update the NPC list last time with all the various people who were added, so you guys can check that. That includes the name of the crime family and all the gang bosses involved last time. Carl, let me start with you. What has Xavier been up to?
Well, he was International Mobiliary called him back, and he told him he had to go and talk to some people, and he had to go through a long confessional, and was then had to work out some penance for his many sins and failings to the true and present word of International Mobiliare and their prophets. So he did that, and as he came back, one of the things he did is one of the things that he was supposed to listen to to a certain Daddy Bye Bye video stream, and kind of realize that this is not what International Mobiliare is all about. And so after many hours of on his knees praying and listening to that as his only meditation, he was kind of distraught at the violence that someone he knew was perpetrating. And so when he comes back, he will to talk with Bad Daddy Bye Bye and have a long, heartfelt conversation about the importance of sanctity of human life.
Were you also signed on to his SimSense broadcast?
Probably, yes. I mean,
so you would have felt it when you got shot in the face.
Yes.
And then when you fell down the stairs, and then when you got your eye torn out.
And then he was actually going to
by a monkey. We should never talk about
lemur.
That was by a monkey.
He then had to confess to his kind of sudden and unrestrained happiness to the comeuppance and the fate, or I can't even think about it. The yin and yang, the
just punishment, karma.
Kismet, the karma. Kismet, the karma. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Karma.
Good.
That Daddy Bye Bye has suffered.
Good. I'm glad you said that
wasn't
rather
a religious
than
experience.
Yeah.
That was just your sim senses of the happiness that I was feeling when I knew that I would get mucho page views from the eye ripping.
Oh yeah, it's definitely hit.
Chip, I'm the infiltrator, so you know. I'm the infiltrator.
Carl, do you want to have a scene with Chip first, or is there something else you want to do?
Nothing in particular that. Let me see. I mean, if you have something set up with
let's say that. Chip, Xavier reaches out to you about doing a one-on-one meet. What would be your reaction to that?
Of course, we're colleagues. I'd be glad to take a meeting with you. Get something on my calendar.
Set it up.
He'd be glad to see you.
So where would you set up that meet then, Chip?
If I'm setting it up, it's going to be like a nice restaurant, like upscale corp kind of thing.
Okay. And both of you fit in. You're both very good at fitting into that environment. So Xavier, you will. We've got this high-end Ethiopian French restaurant that you will meet at there in the Jacksonville, Atlanta Metroplex. It has a little southern style to it, so there's grits as well. And you can have that conversation with him in the restaurant.
Okay. Well, Chip, I tell him all my experiences and stuff, and the more I realize this in my association with you, it just realized that I want you to understand that love for all people. I mean, I understand we are professionals, and there are professionals on the other side that we come in contact with, and that happens, and I understand that that's difficult to deal with, but there are innocents or other people not involved in this that you might just think of as your fun, but those are real people out there with lives and families and people who depend on them, and some of them are getting hurt by your actions, and I just wanted to understand that the implications of what you're doing. It's not just here and now. What you could do, what you're doing could go on and cause pain for decades.
Well, first of all, none of us are innocents. We're all sinners. There was only ever one who was perfect. I've done my catechism. Now you do yours. But besides that, I might shake the monkey cage. I might tell these scum apes to go out and commit sick effing acts of violence. But I think we share the same objective, because I think it's so gross that they get away with it too. I'm really playing for a clampdown where we're going to get rid of all this garbage. When people... Let's put it this way. Nobody's ever going to dream of hanging their toilet paper so it hangs underneath.
Hanging their toilet paper so it hangs underneath.
Oh yeah, I hate that. Oh yeah, that'll be a punishable offense when I get done.
Oh, you mean the way you turn the roll?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were talking about that. Okay.
No, you're sick.
I thought it was a dick joke.
I see what you're saying, but the here and now is what we can affect. What will be in the true is in the hands of others that are beyond us. And if you want to accomplish your mission in one way, I am a sinner. You are correct. I am a sinner. I have sinned. I will sin again. I will sin many times.
So will I. I've done it so many times already today.
But I just really want you to think about the people who could be hurt by you for no reason, for no gain for you, and even hindering the mission. I mean, I see it, but violence isn't an end to itself. If you have a purpose for it, at least I can understand that.
Oh no, it's completely instrumental. Every bullet is a little tightening of the screw. Don't you understand?
No, I don't understand. And I pray for your soul. I pray for my soul. I pray for us all. But I hope that you will never I hope that you will come to see that this is not something that you want done to you or to yours. So.
Well, it's going to be kind of hard for me to come to see anything, considering that I think technically I am a Cyclops now.
Does that seem like a good place to get out of that scene?
Yeah. Oh, that's
okay.
Fine. That's fine. I knew we weren't going to go anywhere.
Oh no, that was a good exchange. Let's come to then...
probably close to the real exchange that Matt and I would have about.
Absolutely. Let's talk with Ringo. Fabe. Let's have you unmute and let's see, Ringo. What are you up to on the time in between?
Ringo's looking for some body armor.
Okay. So we're again hitting the streets to try and see if you can get the equipment.
Yes, sir. So,
all right. And I think the body armor person you talked to before was Gilgamesh. And
it was, but it was
that was for wetware. This is Gilgamesh is probably still the guy. It's just I wasn't going after body armor then.
Right, right. So let's have you roll style.
Alrighty. 9.
9. So what is it you're looking for body armor wise here, sir?
Right now I have an armored jacket. Well, let me ask you this mechanically.
Uh-huh.
I have an armored jacket right now.
Uh-huh.
Which is, discreet and all that stuff.
Right.
So if I have body armor and wear the jacket over the top of that, do they add together?
Oh gosh, no.
Okay.
No.
Well, I am looking for the 3 choices that you have are armored clothing, hence the jacket, body armor, and then I don't know.
Well,
what's
the
third
four
one?
choices you have are armored clothing or synth leathers, which is 0 armor. That is discreet, and you subtract 1 when you roll the harm move. The other one is armored vest, jacket or coat. That's 1 armor. That's not discreet.
It's not discreet. Okay.
Nope. Then you've got body armor, which is 2 armor. It's heavy. It's pretty noticeable.
It's like SWAT gear.
Yeah, and then if you want to go like super heavy, military hard suit is 3 armor, but it's clumsy, which is not necessarily a great thing.
Right.
Large and unwieldy.
And plus, the whole gunfighter thing doesn't really play into being a mech, wearing a hard suit.
Yeah.
So
You could get 2 armor body armor if you wanted.
Yeah, let's do that. That's what I'd like to go for.
Okay, so let me look at what that's going to get you. So heavy weapons are that. Blah, 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 blah. So that's probably going to be 4 cred for that. Okay. And you're in a 7 to 9. So you get to choose from the list there.
Okay. Let's see. I had that pulled up, but it just froze on me.
Sure.
So, pardon the interruption. Sprawl 2. And what page do you have that on?
Oh, I'm looking at the moves thing, the moves reference, not the book.
Okay. All right. To produce equipment, reveal. This needs to be indexed better.
Yeah, actually, I recommend printing out the 2-page move summary and having that at hand. That's always helped me when I'm playing.
Apologies. Yes, I will do that.
Okay. No, if you haven't done it, it's just a good thing to do.
Okay. So hit the streets. I've got it right here in front of me.
Uh-huh.
All right. This request. Okay. Let's take it. It costs extra.
Okay, so let's say 5 credits.
All right, and then it attracts unwanted attention, complication, or consequences.
Okay. Not a problem.
I'd rather not have to do a hit job on somebody again.
Sure. No, we're good. I'm just turning up the Ferraki security team's alert level on you.
Lovely.
Okay. Essentially, he will get it for you. And remember they said before that they were following up on you, and the heat has died down a little bit on that, but he'll say to you, Gilgamesh says, look, I wouldn't be surprised if Ferraki, they weren't leaning hard this time, but they probably put the feelers out, so you may want to steer clear of here for a while. But they definitely want to gun your ass down.
All right. Well, that's what you get for doing the right thing. All right. Thank you.
And what does this body armor look like?
Hmm. So essentially, what it would be is what he would have on hand would be probably the matte black standard, corporate security gear. It probably has some kind of logo on the back that got scratched off. You know, it's kind of modeled a little bit, kind of tattered.
I imagine that now you actually look more like your picture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of what I'm going for.
Awesome. That's great. Yeah. Yeah. So you got that. You still got your kind of Western look to you, but now you are seriously geared up. And you took some heavy damage last time, but you managed to survive. What is the mark or scar that you walked away with?
All right, let's go just like this jagged scar. It kind of like starting at the corner of the left eye, kind of goes down to the jaw, kind of like still kind of red and inflamed as I took that last hit.
Oh yeah, those claws from those things. Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. Let's come to and talk with. Let me get all the names back up here. Let's talk with Rake. Rake, after last time, after the events of that, you've got some credits set aside. What are you doing?
Actually, I think I'm gonna contact Trace. Not particularly. I leveled up, and I might. Wait a minute. I think I bought up. I need to record what I bought up. I might have bought up something, but anyway, I think I'm just talking to Trace just to want to learn a little bit more of what the whole hacking thing's about. And I'm not picking up a new skill or anything. Just kind of thought I'd expand my horizons, just general knowledge wise, that kind of thing.
Hey, did we do that whole thing where we ask about someone you learned about last time? I don't think we did that at the end of last session, did we?
No, and we also didn't do links. Or is that
That's
what
what
you're
I'm
saying?
talking about. Yeah.
That's the same thing.
Gotcha.
So let me ask you now while I've got you on hand, Rake. Who do you think you learned from in the last mission? Learned something about?
Let me see. So let me just remind myself. We had that exfiltration job at the Hive, the locked down prison camp, and there was Shinpachi, Garska, Dixie. What?
This is the dog
let's see.
one last time.
Yeah, the dog. And we got the dog, and I barely survived that, I think. Well, let's see. Carl wasn't with us, right? So,
Nope. So it would have to be one of the others.
I learned that he was a dog bastard, that he bailed on his friends.
Well, that doesn't count. So which of the ones you worked
okay.
with?
Who did I work with? Let me think.
Bye, Trace, or Ringo?
Wasn't it Trace and I that went in and we were in that we were in the camp. I'm reading through my notes here. Yeah, so I think I when I was working with Trace, that's where I had sort of this inspiration to learn a little bit more of what he was doing.
Okay. So
Watching
you can raise your link with Trace up to 3.
Yep.
So put a 3 in both sides of that, both the +2 link, and then make sure the number changes to a 3 by the die. And what was your new move that you took?
So I took I think I bumped, if I remember correctly, I bumped up a stat, and I took a new move on my first level, which was Medic.
Yeah, you took Medic at the beginning of last session.
And I think I bumped up a stat. I just need to look at I scanned my character when I first made it. I just gotta see.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I bumped up Synth is what I did. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's do a quick scene with you, and don't forget, by the way, to mark what you've taken. Got to keep track of that.
Yeah, where do I
You
guess
just got to put that in your notes or somewhere because
Put in my
that
notes,
makes a
yeah.
difference because you can't take
Yes.
some things more.
right.
So Trace, when Rake comes to kind of get some insight on you, what's your reaction to that?
Probably um, curiosity. I'm interested in I guess what he wants to know or what he wants to learn.
Mhm.
Certainly, I'd be willing to um, do an exchange of knowledge. I'd show you a little bit about hacking if you showed me a little bit about electronics.
Yeah, sure. That sounds equitable. It just came up in a this Jason Birdwell guy I was working with. He wanted to get an upgrade, and it was one of those computer interface hacking things, which I need to learn. I learned that I need to learn more about it. So, but would be happy to exchange just some general knowledge, like that kind of thing. Like I'm not spending obviously any skill points to buy up any skill or anything. I'm just sort of role playing. So
Yeah. So where do you guys Scott? Do you take him back to your place?
I'd probably take him to a sort of a small dive sort of chop shop where I know some guys there that where I store my motorcycle and I get it repaired and things like that, and basically show my my bike and I guess show him a little bit about hacking and searching and things like that.
Okay. Give him the basic.
that is
rundown.
one sweet ride. Is that a Rev 4200? I saw one of these when I was a teenager. Fell in love with bikes and cars ever since that day. I still remember I rode one, and then I loaned it to my friend. He crashed it into a tree. Forgive him for that.
Oh, it's pretty sweet. It's taken its fair share of nicks and scrapes, but it's handy in the alleys and the side streets. And not a lot of room for big vehicles in a lot of places.
What's the most distinctive thing about your bike?
Probably it's got the sort of the electronic trim, sort of Tron-esque light, and it sort of does the rather than just sort of a flat color, it does sort of the matrix 1 and 0 sort of flickering up and down the lines.
Awesome. Does that seem like a good place to cut that scene?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
sounds good.
Let me do Matt, see what he's doing, and then I'm going to come back to you, Scott. Does that seem okay?
Okay.
All right. So, Daddy Bye-Bye, you lost an eye.
Yes, I did.
So I'm guessing that you might want to get that fixed.
Yeah, I think I do.
Okay.
I think I need to get an eye.
Do you want to just get a replacement bio eye? They can get that off the shelf for you. Or do you actually want to try and get some
No,
cybernetics?
we're going to upgrade. We're going to get a cybernetic eye.
Okay. All right. So First of all, of course, you're gonna have to go and get the actual eye. So let's look at the cybernetics section. Let me find that, and you can tell me what kind of eye you want.
Yeah, I'm thinking I want to get 2 tags on a cyber eye, right? Just to get magnification and recording.
Okay, that seems reasonable. So magnification, recording, and then let's look at the asset thing, and see what that's gonna get you. So military, most cyberware is going to be 8 cred because you're getting nice stuff with a couple of tags on it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 8 cred. But let's who do you go to get the?
Let's take a look at the our NPC list, right?
The problem is you guys got the cyberware distributor murdered.
That's true. Yeah, we did, didn't we?
Yeah.
That's great.
So you need to
Bite the hand that feeds you.
you need to come up with a new guy or girl, or in
So
between.
I guess I have to create a contact then,
Yep.
huh? Okay. So we will have a new cyberware dealer who's like a it's like a little Dr. Savannah looking dude. Kind of, a little mad scientist, shitty German accent, the full 9. Can I buy that?
Sure, absolutely. So Dr. Gilvana is there, and so tell me, does he owe you a favor, or do you owe him a favor?
I think I owe him a favor now.
Okay, and he's like, "Oh, Herr Chip, how is it? Oh, I heard from on the news that you got the eye torn out. I've been looking for a copy of that recording. Is very enjoyable when I do my autoerotic to have those things playing as well."
Oh, yeah. I understand that. Many people say I do have the gift of the Eros. Yeah, I and this is in no way compensation for what I'm about to ask, but I can get you the director's cut.
Oh, excellent! Very, very excellent. The more the specifics are so good, so tasty. And so you need the replacement then is what you want, right?
Well, what I'm looking for is both a new eye
Yeah.
and a lemur that I can torture to death.
Oh well. Let me see what I can do about that. Why don't you roll hit the street?
All right.
Smart.
Hit the street is what? Style?
Style.
Boom.
So it's an 8. So he'll be able to get it for you, but you need to pick 2 of the things there.
All right. So.
And I think that's actually a 7 because you haven't yet arranged for the other contact to get his papal indulgence from Xavier yet.
That's true. I haven't.
So you're just on the edge of that.
All right. So hit the street. I have to choose 2. I don't want to risk another -1. So this is going to cost extra and take some time to put together.
Okay, that seems reasonable. So it's going to cost you 10 credits.
Not a problem.
Not a problem. And he will have it ready for you at the end of the session.
That's okay. Depth perception is severely
Highly
overrated.
overrated. Now, I can't get you the lemur right away.
Oh yeah, that would be outstanding.
Absolutely. I will have that delivered to your appropriate site that you to decide on. Does that seem feasible?
That does. Thank you so much, good
Oh,
doctor.
yes. I love for you bringing more of the sick fuck violence into the world. It is very good. Be sure to
Oh,
tell
don't
all your
worry.
friends about me.
I can't talk about it right now, but something big is coming. You're gonna enjoy it.
Oh, very good. Looking forward to it. All right, so now we know that that's the deal with that. Let's go to Trace.
Trace is gonna hopefully do something kind of simple, much like
Daddy Bye Bye didn't do links, by the way.
Oh yeah. So hang on just one second, Trace. I apologize. Let me pause on that. So Daddy Bye Bye, who did you learn about?
Also for links, and so Carl's out of the question because he wasn't there. So I think, and this is kind of self-centered, but so is Chip. The one thing that he learned is that he needs to pay more attention to Ringo when they get into the shit, because a lot of Chip's problems were kind of generated by not staying behind the tank, basically.
Yep.
And he kind of saw how Ringo operated there. So I guess he learned something about the importance of Ringo's proficiency with tactics and the importance of paying attention to that.
All right. So go ahead and raise your links with Ringo to 3. And then Trace, let me come back to you.
I am going to go the same route that Ringo did, and I'm going to look for some body armor because it seems like they seem to be getting me into situations where I might get shot.
That seems reasonable. Are you hitting up Gilgamesh as well?
Well, if I get the warning that, I guess it all happens fairly simultaneously.
It can. The only thing is, if you go to Gilgamesh rather than declaring new contact, then if you have to choose from the list, one of them will have to be the unwanted attention. Or you can use your once per session declare a contact to come up with a new dealer.
No, let's save that. I'll go to Gilgamesh and pump up the. We got to deal with this earlier.
Okay.
I'm sure it won't be bad. Probably.
So, what is
Or
it?
me.
What is it that you want? You want body armor, man?
I just want the armored coat.
Oh yeah, man, the armored coat. We can get that for you. The vest thing, yeah, 1 armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shouldn't be too hard. Well, let me take a look here and see. Why don't you roll style, Scott?
I hate rolling. I hate it. I hate it. Especially when I don't have a plus. Oh, 7.
Oh, you just edged that out, Scott. So one of your picks of the 2 from the list is going to be, obviously, attract unwanted attention. What's the other one?
It'll cost a little bit more.
Okay, so it's going to end up costing you 3 cred.
And what is it called? It's just called...
It is just called body armor, 1 armor.
And that just subtracts 1 from my...
When you take harm, you're going to take 1 less harm. Remember that if you take 1 harm and your armor absorbs it, you're still going to roll the essentially the get hit move, the take harm move.
It just won't add anything
Exactly.
to it.
Yeah. And who did you learn about? Who did you pick up details on?
Probably Rake again, since I work closely with his drones and coordinating with him to get the dog out while we sort of distracted the mooks and the animals.
All right. So yeah. So move your links up on that by 1.
Awesome.
And Ringo, your links.
Yeah. Checking. Let's see. So it's I'm going to, let's see, is Rake is Scott or
Yep.
is Rake?
Rake is
Okay.
Ben. Rake is Ben. Trace is Scott.
Oh, okay. Well, I kind of remember when it was quite comical actually when Daddy Bye Bye charged down that corridor and then got blown back through the stairs. I learned that he's fairly graceful as he cartwheels through the air. It's kind of interesting that way. And he didn't scream too much, so that was kind of impressive.
And he did try to get your gun back for you.
And he brought back Penny.
Awesome.
Drop the stairs.
So go ahead and add Daddy Bye Bye with a link there.
Thank you.
So Xavier, Daddy,
Yes.
you will get conference called by Tolwar Rust.
Tolwar Rust.
That is the guy who has been so far finding jobs for you.
Oh, okay.
And he will say, are you guys doing some things on your own? Do you have some stuff you have on your plate that you're looking into? Or do you have some time for other work?
Well, as you can imagine, we are always in demand, but at the same time, we're always ready to listen for a compelling opportunity.
Xavier?
I believe my man has said exactly our position.
Excellent. So, is there anything in particular? I actually have a few jobs on my plate. Is there anything you're looking for? Any particular kind of job?
Do any of them involve lemur annihilation?
No, I don't
I
think so.
Didn't think there would be.
Underutilized.
What about effing Skynet in the A? I'm always down for that.
I do have a mission that is my understanding is going to be a run against a Skynet subsidiary.
Well, you've got my interest.
Hi.
Well, I'm looking for the most profitable.
Well, I mean, that all depends on the work that you put in, sir. It says, I've got, if I'm perfectly frank, right now what I've got is I've got to run against Savage Pharma, against LexCorp, and against Skynet. If I'm being perfectly frank, those are out there on the table. Some of them are more, and some of them are less humanitarian.
Okay. Well, what's let's see. What's your what's the LexCorp one?
I can give you a vague descriptor of it. I'm going to need you
Yeah,
to
that's
commit
fine.
to one before I give
Yeah,
you
that's
too
fine.
much.
That's fine.
The LexCorp one involves the essentially the neutralization of an asset and retrieval of materials that said asset has illegally obtained.
Okay.
That's what that one is.
Skynet.
The Skynet one is essentially it's an entry job and retrieval of a data set from a location.
So the killing on that one shouldn't be heinous nor flagrant.
Well, you said neutralize. Are you saying? Do you say neutralize in what and format?
Which job are you talking about?
Well, LexCorp, you said neutralize.
Yes.
That does not necessarily entail killing. Correct or incorrect?
Oh no, it's my understanding that the client would like this target
Liquidated.
Liquidated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just Savage Pharma. What do we got there?
The Savage Pharma job is actually a full break-in into a facility and extraction of an asset, human asset, if I'm not being clear there.
Yep.
Do you want to talk to your team and get back to me?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. I've got a narrow window, but you go and talk to them. I'd like to hear back from you in an hour.
All
Shouldn't be
right.
a problem.
Okay.
Later days, buddy.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. From a heat perspective, I'm thinking we're looking at Savage Pharma because they're the only ones. Well, from a heat perspective, it's LexCorp, then Savage Pharma, then Skynet.
Don't you ever just want to turn the heat up all the way, though?
Yeah. From a skill set, I'm thinking that it's
Was Savage Pharma the entry into the facility one?
yeah, break in and extract a human asset.
Hmm.
And who knows what might happen to that poor innocent son. I'm worried about your eternal soul here. I think data extraction is the one that helps you stay right with the Lord.
That is, I would agree with that. That is true.
Yeah, you gotta listen to Brother Chip.
I don't know. I kind of like the idea of going and retrieving somebody. That kind of sounds good to me.
Who knows what awaits them after the retrieval, though? It might be exsanguination. It's probably exsanguination. Let's be honest.
Yeah, Ringo. It's not necessarily. They're not retrieving him for a goody purpose. We don't know what they're doing, and so he could be happy where he is, or he could be unhappy where he is, and he could be unhappy where he's going, and he could be happy where he's going. So we don't really know that.
You don't like doing naughty stuff either, Ringo. I know you.
I don't want to go off that guy, but I don't know. Sounds like data retrieval sounds boring.
There's nothing boring about data retrieval. But I don't want to pay. But I don't.
We go into a dark room. You stare at a wall for 15 minutes, then we leave. That sounds boring.
You guys always complain when I make it not boring for the ratings.
So Trace, what are you interested in?
I would prefer to let some of our enemies cool down a bit before we poke them anymore. So LexCorp would be my choice.
Rake, what do you think?
That's the hit job, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ape as hit.
Plus, LexCorp stinks. He never divested his assets when he became president.
That was his grandfather. They say. Rake.
Ben, you there?
Sorry, I was on mute.
Yep.
Well, I kind of like the job that maybe other people aren't too keen on. So the whole the job that we were just talking about with the scanning and the data and stuff. But
Skynet.
Skynet, yeah. But I'm for whatever.
We seem very divided. Got to make a decision
So
quick.
I'm hearing 2 votes for Skynet. And then was it 2 votes for flagrant murder and mayhem?
And one vote for the human retrieval.
No, I would say I haven't voted yet. I was just talking about which one is the heat. I'll just break and extract. I'll go with Savage Farmer. So, Trace, you're the tiebreaker.
Between what?
Between Skynet and Savage Pharma.
No, I don't really have.
No, we can always use hacking.
Skynet's totally up more your alley with hacking and stuff.
Well, we can always use hacking. I mean, we can always use covert infantry. We can always use the hacking. We can probably always use.
Like I said, we're only one thing away, or two things away from having the Terminators drop down on us, and
That's the one downside of going with Skynet. How do we reduce that? Like,
You can have a skill that helps you.
somebody has to level up and spend their level to.
No, it's a skill that I can reduce. I have a particular move that can reduce certain clocks, and I can't remember if that's the action clock or actually some other one.
Interesting.
I believe that there's also a way to spend money to reduce clocks by paying people.
Or take the pain.
Yeah, and guys, we're talking about high clocks. I think we got to keep in mind that ancient hoary wisdom of the old saying, has anyone really been far, even as decided to use, even go, want to do, look more like? Let's think about that for a minute.
Okay.
What
the hell did you just say, dude?
I liked Ringo's view of it. I don't know what the hell that guy's saying most of the time.
now, most of the time I can understand it, but like.
that Pharma would be my choice.
What'd you
Okay,
say,
that sounds like 3 votes for Pharma.
Pharma, okay.
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 So I am intrigued by what's going to happen when the clocks go apeshit.
Yeah, I know. It's exciting.
If you keep steering away, you'll never know. You'll know. It'll come.
Yeah.
Steer away so long.
So you call up Tolwar again, and he'll say, "So what's the decision then from your team?"
We're looking at Savage Pharma.
Good. It's actually one that we have on a real tight timetable, so I'm glad that you took that one. I will put you in contact with the buyer. I'll need you to do that fairly quickly. Can I get you and Chip on a location to meet up with the person within the next 30 minutes?
Yeah, Chip, is it okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Chip, do we want to bring one of the tech guys or
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Minute or two.
If you think that's necessary, I always like to bring a goon with me.
Oh, okay, good point. Yeah, okay. That's good. I like that.
All right, so who are you taking?
We're going to take Ringo.
Okay. So it's Ringo and the two of you heading to the meet. We will. You essentially will find yourself over by the sort of the the bay there on the Atlanta-Jacksonville Metroplex, the northern bay, where they've got some of the kelp fisheries set up. And essentially they've repurposed a lot of the old shipping lanes into offshore sort of food vat growing areas. Though right now one of the bays has gotten the rot. So essentially it's just this big sort of burning red set of rotted kelp that they're trying to deal with various chemical sprays and so on. But this guy will meet you at essentially one of the kelp processing plants, and he is dressed in more sort of working gear, not corp dressed, nothing like that. And he will look and he will say, Xavier and is it Daddy or is it Chip?
It's Chip Morplethorpe.
Okay. So he says, look, we have a problem that we've got a really narrow window on. Let me see how exactly I want to put this to you. We had an agent inside a Savage Pharma facility. They were assessing materials, getting intelligence, and looking into patent violations. And the facility got raided by a team, essentially not unlike yourselves, a guy named Genghis Klang. That's what we've been able to find out in the short time that we've had. The Klang apparently was able to neutralize some of the response and how do I put this? The alarm systems to the Savage Pharma secondary site, and we only heard about it because our operative was able to get us word that this had happened. But something went wrong, and the facility has gone to like some kind of lockdown. We don't know the exact nature of it. We do know that Savage Pharma has a team on site at the secondary location, getting ready to go in and expunge the primary facility.
They're going to kill everybody.
Yeah.
Sorry, Glol, I missed a few minutes here. So, you just give me like a 1-sentence summary of what.
Carl, you want to give me a 1-sentence summary?
Yeah. Savage Pharma has a team on site to go kill everybody at a location, and we want to get somebody out.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Our agent's code name is Octavia.
We're trying to extract Octavia.
Yes.
And all the data you've given us comes from Octavia?
Yes. Before we
All
lost
right.
contact with her.
Have you ever considered that maybe she didn't like living in a place that smells like fetid gym shorts?
He looks at you and goes, do you want to take this seriously, or do you want this or not?
This is
I'm
serious.
questioning. Can we trust what you're telling us, or could
If I
your
couldn't
agent
trust
be a
her,
defector?
if I couldn't trust her, I wouldn't be sending in and paying the money to send in a team of operatives to extract her. I would let her go. I would cut her off. But
Get,
okay,
We'll get her.
Okay, so and what else do we need to know? What else has he got for us? Anything else?
So here's the deal. The Colossus offshore rig is where the Savage Pharma team is scrambling to. That's connected to the Trident research facility, Trident underwater research facility, and that's where she's at.
This offshore fuel rig? Offshore what rig?
So I'm
Like,
going to have you hang for a second, Ben, because you're not on site.
Okay.
Okay. Carl, do you want to, or Matt, or Fabian, you want to ask the follow up?
Yeah. So, are you providing us with the means of entry to this site, or do we go down to this rig and find our own way down?
I would assume that you would figure out how you wish to do your entry, since I wasn't sure how you plan to get in, whether you plan to go in with a secondary vehicle, or whether you plan to hijack the vehicles on site, or whether you plan to infiltrate down from the rig or whatnot.
Okay.
Lowell, I'm trying to get some basic. Trident research facility. Is that offshore? Is that
Yes,
what is
what
it?
it is there's an offshore station rig.
An oil rig or
It's not an oil rig. It's like originally designed for offshore testing and stuff outside of certain government regulatory limits. It is a mobile floating platform. It has some special anchor systems, and below there is a seabed underwater research facility.
Okay, so is this the size of a super tanker, or is this the size of a city, or
The actual oil rig itself is the actual rig is the size of an oil rig. The actual facility itself is probably the size of a big industrial building.
Okay. So it's mobile, but not very mobile,
No,
and that's all completely underwater.
that is completely underwater. They normally have a like an elevator tube, like a flex elevator tube to go up between the two, but that's locked down right now. So that getting that unlocked and going down is one way. Another way is to take some kind of submersible down in.
And it was never a Cabal base, right?
So anyway,
It was never a Cabal base.
Before you go, do you have a picture of Octavia?
yeah, I'll give you the full briefing of the information. One of you needs to roll get the job though.
Okay.
Be right back.
I assume that's going to be me.
That is Edge.
What's
Whoever
that?
has the highest edge who's there.
I got
I have a 2.
Oh, there you go.
Where our characters fight over this stuff. I'm edgier than you.
You are edgier than I am.
You're an edge lord.
Whoo, baby. Oh, I
10.
love ya.
So you get to pick 3 from that list, Matt.
All right, let's do this. All right, so get the jobs on page 2. Yep. Well, the job pays well.
Oh, that's obvious. Okay.
But that goes without saying.
Triple pay.
The meeting doesn't attract attention,
Okay.
and the employer provides useful information.
Okay. So you can mark down that you have intel.
Okay, should we do what? Bet credits or whatever the hell it is, stake credits?
Yes. How much do you want to stake, Carl?
Well, I need to catch up. So 3.
Okay. So
Fuck 'em.
All right. So and that starts with that. Matt, how much do you want to stake?
Well, once again, I'm going to think back to that old saying. Has anyone really ever been far, even just decided to go use, even go want to do, look more like? And I'm going to stake 3 as well.
Okay.
Not backing down.
Okay. What about you, Fabian?
Uh,
Do it.
fine, 3.
All right.
Shit.
Okay. What about you, Scott?
Wait, what are we picking here? I just got back.
What's your stake?
How much do you want to stake? 1, 2, or 3? And you're going to get paid well, so it's triple.
And what is everyone else staked?
What do you think?
We're all at 3.
But Ben hasn't declared yet.
Oh, let's see. I will just stake 2.
Oh. Ben?
I'll stick 2.
Okay. So the mission clockwork and the legwork clock is set, and things are in play. We're going to take like a 5-minute break, and then when we come back, we're going to hit legwork, okay?
Sounds good.
We'll do leg day.
Including not Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna get my kids' teeth brushed then, get them ready to go to bed.
You gotta put them down. I got it. Jacking up the clock, you guys. That's just not good.
Somebody else take 3 stake on triple pay. Try to box me out. No, you got to come strong on that.
Well, the only problem with it is the way that it works. It's the chance that you get paid at all is lessened.
Yeah. But especially in these off the main campaign games, and even in the main campaign games, I'm typically daring the GM to kill me.
No, it's just that roll in the end is based on the legwork clock on getting paid.
Yeah.
I think Matt knows exactly what he's doing.
Well, I don't think you have to die. I mean, if the mission overall is successful, the team benefits, right? Even if you got knocked out.
Right.
I'll be right back.
Okay, I see. What do you guys think? I mean, obviously a sub would be I don't know how we're going to get through lockdown airlock. I mean, it's about the only thing I could possibly think is hostage negotiation. And get in there or something like that. But if they're locking that down as one point of entry, seems like that'd be pretty difficult.
Well, we have to do some legwork first. I think before we come up with too much of a plan to see how tight security is. How do they let people ever into this? Can we masquerade as someone?
Well, I can't imagine getting a sub. I guess you could steal. But,
Well, there's a way down from the rig.
Right.
Maybe we get a distraction going.
Back. Because you took the job, everybody gets to mark XP.
Yes. Good news.
Yep.
Okay, I'm back.
I'm going to put the what you have info-wise in the NPC list.
Oh, by the way, you had
I saw it on your screen that you had one of my contacts that I took in the for the Savage Farmer thing.
Uh-huh.
It was a black. It was a yeah, black. Or no, he was. The guy was Doc Jack. He was a doctor. I got everybody healed too. But that was his name.
Was Doc Jack?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't have him written down.
Well, you had him as like a question marks. It was some kind of.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's the guy. No, because that's the guy Matt talked to about selling the Savage Pharma stuff too.
okay.
Yeah, that's a different guy.
Okay. So our time frame on this thing and what he was talking about, he thinks they're going to go in. He probably doesn't know exactly, but I mean, an hour a day.
It is flexible. Essentially, the what is determining that is your legwork clock and those kinds of things.
So if we roll some really bad rolls, they're going in now.
Then your clock's getting higher, danger's getting closer. Okay, I know exactly where they're gonna hit.
Right.
What point that will happen on the mission clock. So I want to start with Scott and Ben, since those two weren't at the the meet, and to let them have a chance to do some stuff. So who wants to go first, Trace or Rake?
Up to you. I go.
Go ahead.
So what do you want to do, Trace?
Sounds to me like we need some basic computer legwork first, so I will see what I can find out about this undersea facility. See if it's got construction plans, maps, or
So
security contract research. Basically, is what I'm doing.
So is what you want to know the security layout or the real layout?
The security layout first, because that would be my.
Okay, let's have you go ahead and roll research with mind, unless you got a move that changes that.
Nope.
Okay.
But I do have just a +1 for my sifting program. So mind. That's how you do it.
Oh yeah. Oh, you had +1 forward from the thing, so that's cool. So yeah, you get. I'm gonna give you. You're gonna take intel, so you can mark 1 intel on your sheet.
Okay.
So it
Since I have search, the search optimization on a 10+, I get an additional intel.
That's very nice. So let me give you the basics on what the security setup is for the Trident facility. They don't have that much of sort of external security because it's underwater. It's a difficult place to get to. They have basic sort of sonar detection, obviously for collisions and things like that, and to pick up things like large subs or those kinds of things coming in. So that's a standard set. They have security on the essentially flexivator that goes from the rig down to there. Obviously, that's got some alert things. And then it is a bioweapons facility, so they have interior lockdown stuff. So it's very compartmentalized, and that's one of the challenges of the place. And a lot of that is working on various systems and subsystems for doing sort of threat analysis and facility safety. Does that sound like a reasonable answer?
That sounds like a.
And so, what is your follow-up question from that list of 10? List under the 10 plus on the research.
Since it's a bioweapons facility, does the League of Assassins have a presence there?
Does the League of Assassins? So, is there a League of Assassins operative on site? Is what you want to know?
Yes.
Yes, there is. Not a high-level one, but there's probably at least one just to make sure that nothing goes wrong.
Okay. Can I get who that is, or would that be another follow-up?
That'd be another follow-up.
Well, it's good because in my search optimization, does that says when I research a topic, you may always ask a follow-up question. But I guess since I rolled a 10 plus and got up a follow-up already, I don't get another one.
That is correct.
That seems unfair.
It does, doesn't it? What a shitty game.
Lowell, what's the difference? Because I don't see the difference between 7 and 9 and 10 plus.
Under research?
Yeah, it says
take
intel.
On a 7 to 9, you take intel, and the MC is going to answer your original question.
Oh, okay.
On a
yeah,
10
okay,
plus,
got
you
it,
get that,
got it.
and you get a follow-up.
Oh, okay, got it.
Okay.
So can't even rule out Octavia as this.
So anyway, Ben, what are you up to?
What'd you say, Scott?
He was just screaming.
Oh, I'm gonna. He's investigating and reading about what we're doing in the mission. He's gonna go down to his storage lockers and sort of like, I don't know if you've ever seen the making of Mythbusters, but he's got rows and rows of just stuff, and so he's going to use his storage ability and see if he can pull out some gear that might be appropriate to this mission.
All right, let's have you roll that move.
A mini sub.
Yeah.
What? A mini sub?
No, it can't do that, but
be a maxi sub.
What are those things the guys have? What team is bomb? Was it Underball? Weird.
What about those things that they hold onto that propel them? I don't know what those are called.
So an 8.
Okay, and what does that get you on your move?
It says +3/+1. I guess that means +1 gear.
Yep. So it looks like with that move, you're going to get 1 gear that you can spend later. That'd be a good thing for like a micro snorkel or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
A good opportunity use thing. So you can put that together. We'll come back around to you. Let's come to Ringo.
I think I would like to acquire a gear as well. So I will contact an old buddy of mine. Franco Sanchez.
Okay.
He was the quartermaster on a couple jobs that I did for back when I was working before things went haywire. But I remember him still from that, and I remember he got out of the game and kind of went private, and so I want to go see him.
Okay. And does he owe you a favor? Do you owe him a favor?
He owes me a favor because I vaguely remember pulling his butt out of the fire on a retrieval mission. That is my son's listening to the TV, so sorry.
Okay, that's all
I
right.
think. Can you turn that down, boys? Okay. So, yes.
And is it a particular thing you want to get, or are you just looking to get gear?
I'm just looking to get gear.
Okay. So you're just like, hey, I need some. We're going to be doing underwater work. I need some equipment, that kind of thing.
Yep,
Okay.
exactly.
Then let's have you go ahead and roll with
Hit the streets.
hit the streets.
Okay. All right, I can do that. Kinda, or not.
Dun, 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 dun.
So yeah, he will give you a point of gear.
All right.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Okay. He says, I'd give you more, but, I already gave, we had some other people, so we're kind of low on that right now.
Is this here, is that supposed to be torn like that?
Just, it's secondhand stuff. I mean, you know what? I won't even charge you for it.
Thank you, man. Way to do me a solid. I appreciate that.
No.
Little duct tape, it'll be fine.
Right. Right.
Can I borrow the duct tape over there?
Yeah, you can take that.
Yeah, got it. All right.
Okay. All right. I just added that note to the NPC list. So yeah, he gives you some stuff. So you can mark down 1 point of gear.
Awesome.
Okay. Carl.
Okay. Where is this location? Is this the Atlantic? I mean, is this off
So
Atlantic Ocean?
it's about let's say a 45-minute to an hour boat ride off from the Atlanta end of the Atlanta Jacksonville Metroplex.
Atlanta, Jacksonville.
Metroplex.
Oh, okay. So you're saying Jackson? Okay, so the Sprawl city that's going from Atlanta to Jacksonville.
Yep.
No, I'm trying to. Jacksonville's on the Florida. Is that the Gulf of Mexico side, or is that the?
No, I believe it's on the Atlantic side, or closer to the Atlantic side. Yeah.
There we go. Oh yeah, you're correct. Okay. Okay. So that's outside international waters, is what they were saying, correct?
It used to be, but those laws have kind of changed.
Because nations are kind of some, here and there.
Yeah. Now the laws that would have kept it out of, would have been a problem aren't in place anymore. So mostly it's clearly out there to keep it secure and quiet and from killing everybody if something goes wrong.
Oh, that's an issue? I wasn't aware of that. I figured, Savage Barnacle, whatever, Okay.
Little the old Lazarus.
Then I am going to get. I want to talk to one of the guys I know that he has a fishing rig as his basically his cover, and he comes out and basically just gets is aware of what's going on, but he mainly is a fisherman, but he's been doing it for a long time, and but he comes out and keeps look at what's going on and is in the area.
So somebody who has access to a boat. Oh, okay. And is what you're trying to get? Are you trying to get a boat, or are you trying to get info? What's your goal
I'm
here?
trying to get some information right now.
Okay. So,
Well, actually, I'd be looking for both. So let's see.
So
I'm going to get some information, I think.
Okay. So what's your question?
I was thinking this was closer to the. Fuck.
We're still doing this hit the street, but we're doing this as a question here.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to figure out what it is, and okay. So from what we know, I just want to make sure I get this in the head. The Savage Pharmaceutical team is on a secondary side. I mean, they're on
The rig.
the platform that leads down to this building.
Yes.
Okay.
Get to the chopper.
And the platform itself is. I'm trying to think of how big an oil rig is. I know that it's relatively
It's pretty
big.
goddamn big.
So I mean, you're saying like a football field or
Let me see if I can find something that gives you a sense of the scale.
well, dimensions. Oil rig. How tall is an oil rig? Let's see. 250 size of 2 football fields. Okay, 2 football fields. Okay.
Yeah.
And crew of 130. Okay. So comfortably 130 people. There might be more people there on there. Might be less.
That's correct.
Fuck. I want to know. There's a team that came in. I want to know about how many people are on the oil rig right now.
Okay. Let's go ahead and have you roll style.
Bring on. There we go. Okay, I know I owe you money. Okay, I'll get it to you. Okay. You don't want to say. You don't have to use that. You do not have to use that. It's not that big of a deal. Okay. Okay. I didn't mean to infer that your wife was doing that. Okay.
What's his name? What's this guy's name?
His name right now is fuck you. His name is John Hughes.
Okay. Hughes tells you, oh yeah, actually you don't have anything to worry about, dude.
Love that. I have no idea if that's correct or not.
He says that's a research place, the rig itself. So it has like a big, like a large crew of like scientists and stuff on there. So it should be pretty easy for you to blend in. There's like 150 people on there. Is that cool, man? That's what I can get.
That's great. Really sorry about the other thing.
No, it's good. It's good, man. No. Forgive and forget. We're all good, man.
I'm trying. I've turned over a new leaf since then, man.
Yeah, I know. Heard you in with the church there. We'll go with the grace of God.
Exactly.
Let's come to Daddy Bye Bye.
All right, so here I think since Scott kind of got the security layout and information on the platform, can I use assess to study that place?
Oh, that sounds like a good thing. Yeah, let's have you roll edge.
All right. Where's your character sheet?
Look at that. That's a 12. You've got 3 hold.
Got 3 questions.
What?
Do I ask these now or these get banked?
You can bank them, but you can ask them now too. You can ask any of them. You could spend 1 now and save the other 2, or however you want to do it.
Okay, excellent. So I guess the first question is, now I'm looking at this, what is the best way in?
Well, part of the problem is you don't know how Klang's team got in. If Klang's team went in via sub, then your best route is to go in via the elevator because there's only one docking bay for that. If they went in via elevator, then the docking bay is open. So it is in terms of the best, it is a situational answer. Okay, does that seem reasonable?
All right. It does. And I'm going to hold on to that too then.
Okay. Who's next?
I would like to go, if I may.
Sure. What do you want to do, Ringo?
I just realized we're going into an underwater facility.
Yeah.
And it might be a really good idea to get frangible rounds for my to kind of have the option instead of relying upon my breach gun.
That does seem like a good idea. I was wondering about that, but I'm glad you. Well, I'm not glad, but it's interesting and good that you thought of that. So this doesn't seem like too hard to do. Let's have you hit the street.
Eight.
Okay. So let's make it simple. It's going to cost you 2 cred for that ammo.
Oh, all right. Jeepers. There goes my profit margin.
They got to get it to you. You got to get it fast, and you want something that isn't going to blow up the facility. So it's smart.
Got it.
Got it? All right. Who's next?
I'll go.
Okay.
I can do more research.
Yeah. Absolutely. And with low chance of fucking that up.
Why do you always say it like that? Like you're hoping for it.
Well, I say that because I looked at the legwork clock, but go on.
So I will do some research and some hacking and see if I can, since it seems to be important, see if I can figure out how that other team went in. See if
Perfect. Perfect question. Go ahead and roll for me, Scott.
Let's see. That is mind.
Look at that. Look at you kick ass all over that. So you get intel, and you get another intel.
Woohoo!
Boy, with rolls like that, everybody ought to just keep rolling. So
I got a rock.
you will kind of follow it back and follow the money trail, and it's pretty clear that Klang actually took in a micro sub. That they got some ablative stuff to kind of block the sensors, and took it in and went that way in. What's your follow-up?
My follow-up. Now, what happened with? So his team is there, right?
Yeah, his team is on site. They've apparently spoofed some of the alarm stuff so that the Savage Pharma team isn't aware of the full nature of what's going on down there. But the alarm has gone off for something.
Let's see, what would my follow-up question then would be, since I've done some research on it, who's his team made up of?
So they have their leader is a killer. They've got an infiltrator. They've got a tech. They've got a hacker. And then they've also got a reporter.
Okay, so pretty much mirrors our team except for
They have this reporter guy who's kind of a crazy, known for off the wall.
So mirrors our
Yeah.
stuff exactly.
Yeah, he likes to expose corporate and political malfeasance. That's his thing, regardless of the cost.
he's very similar to.
Yeah.
Dude, can I get handles, or are they not important?
Sure, I'll give you handles. We'll call the tech is Third Eye. The hacker is, I've got a list of names for these things, so let me grab to that.
You didn't say, I mean, I don't think you said a tech before. I mean, is that?
Yeah, mirrored your team. Right?
Oh, okay. I only got 4.
Yep.
Or 3, I'm sorry. But anyway, okay, that's fine.
Let me hop here to this page.
Killer, infiltrator, hacker, tech, and reporter.
The hacker's name is Seraphim. The Clang is the killer. The infiltrator name is Bitrat. He usually goes in as lower level stuff. And then the reporter's name is Arachnos.
Hey, Lowell.
Yeah.
I wrote down the hacker was Third Eye. Did I mishear something?
No, tech is Third Eye. Hacker is Seraphim.
Tech is Third Eye. Hacker is Seraphim.
Gotcha. Cool.
And the leader is
Genghis Clang.
Genghis Clang.
Genghis Clang. And he's a killer.
Yes.
You have to do drink.
All right. And they are on site, and they've tripped something. Forgive me if I missed this again. Why are they the team there to purge everyone?
No, they aren't. No. They went in to get something. The guy who hired you wasn't sure or didn't say what was going on with that, but that they had kind of fucked things up.
So they're probably prisoners or dead. Well, I guess we'll see. Maybe we can make some money.
So they went in to do a job and goofed up and are prisoners. Is that right?
They went in a job and goofed up. What follows is unknown.
Yeah, and there's a second team, a Savage Pharmaceutical team, that is going to go in there and take care of it. And they're going to kill everybody.
Yeah, there's a Savage Pharma kill team assembling right now on the rig.
Right, but we've got plenty of time on the countdown clock before that happens, right? Oh God, look at that! It's 2200. We better get going, guys.
Yep.
You got the sub. We're going to go down through the.
Well, they used a sub, so we're going to have to talk our way through the Flexitube.
Right. We'll have to use the Vader elevator.
Okay.
So you need to come up with some cover identities for us then, or something.
Well, that'll be interesting.
But
I can probably do that when we get on site. But
yes.
I kind of crapped out with. I mean, I got some information, but I kind of crapped out. I mean, there's a lot of people up there.
Do you want to hit the street and see if you can get some more?
No, that's a fucking good idea.
Checking my mute. Am I muted?
You are not muted.
Okay.
Definitely not muted.
Now you're muted.
Yep. You could go and talk to your other Savage Pharma guy, Carl Lutman.
Ludvan.
I guess that'll work. Yeah. Okay. I'll talk to him.
He's like, oh hey, oh wow,
What do-
man,
what do we
you
need-
guys
what do I
put me in the mix pretty hard and heavy last time.
What happened? I don't even know what the fuck. Let's see. That was.
Oh, I got you that info, and then the
No,
place
I know.
that our college
Yeah.
got fucked up.
No, I remember. What happened to him? Did anything happen to him that I know?
They are still trying to figure out how stuff got leaked. So he's had
Oh.
to kind of keep his head down.
Okay, so what does that mean as far as?
It gives me some fiction if he fucks you over.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Which you would never do. They're good
Okay.
guys. I want to make it.
What do I? Okay. What I need to get. Okay, you guys. What I need to get is some kind of credentials that says we can that we're trying to retrieve something. We're going to be an add-on team that retrieves something after they go after their mission.
Oh, to follow up from the kill team. Is what
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we're doing that before the kill team gets there.
Well, we're trying to get onto the. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to, but we're gonna have to talk our way through this kill team. I'm not talking to him yet. I'm trying to
Right.
figure out what the hell we're saying. But we got to talk our way through this kill team and say, we got to have something that we're gonna try and get. So we need to extract some data before they go in and wipe everything out.
What? Why are we talking to the kill team?
No, because we gotta go through the flexivator, and they're guarding it. I mean, they're in front of. They're getting ready to go down that. Or
well, there's a lot of people on site.
Right, but
They're
the
probably
flexivator is
assembling,
locked out.
Yep.
The flexivator is locked out, and so we have to go to somebody and say, or we have to go up to. I mean, there's going to be eyes on it.
That's probably true. Not necessarily the kill team, but yes.
Right. Okay. So this guy was a payroll. What was he? He was a payroll guy, right?
Yep. He handles payroll and paperwork and stuff like that. That's how you got credentials before.
Okay, so we could get some specific information on. Well, we don't know Octavia's real name. Do we know her employee name?
I would assume he would have given you the employee name. Yeah.
Okay. Do we care? Well, I don't think we care about that employee name.
Right.
Do we want to get the head scientist? We want to find out any information about him. And this guy's the payroll guy. That's all he is.
Right.
We want some cover identities to get us onto the station. And
Yeah, this guy's a payroll guy. How's he going to get? How's he going to get? I mean,
He gave
my
cover
mixing-
identities before. This is all that fiction. He had access to getting you some credentials that you could
Okay,
use and manipulate.
Okay.
So right
Okay.
now, you want some credentials that you can use and manipulate to your own ends with your infiltrator
Yes.
skills. Okay.
Yes.
So Carl,
Oh God.
I just need you to roll style.
no.
Better.
Okay. So yeah, he can get that for you. What are the two picks that you're going to take from that 7 to 9 list, though?
Okay. If I get help, do I have to help him out right now?
If you turn him down and don't do it right now, then you have to take -1 until you get on hit the street until you do. So that's not too big a
If
problem.
we can't have time. We can't have time.
Right.
Unwanted attention, complications, consequences.
That's
That
fine.
sucks. But I guess we're gonna have to deal with that. Okay. Okay. I guess I'll have to be cost you extra, and let's see, -1. No, cost you extra, and request is gonna attract unwanted attention.
Okay. It's going to cost you 4 credits.
Fuck.
Do you want it or not?
Yeah, I guess so now.
Okay.
God, oh fucking mighty.
All right. And Anybody else want to do anything?
I can do
Yeah.
something without advancing the clock, still, right? Like we already kicked it up one round,
Okay.
so you got something up, Ben. Go.
Yeah, so I'm gonna use my 1 per session declare a contact,
Uh-huh.
and because I've never done it before, I'm also going to use one of my directives at the same time, where my membership with Skynet hinders the mission.
Okay.
And turns out that one of the guys on the rig itself I know.
Okay.
He and I both worked on a chip, which was used in the assembly unit 0451, actually.
Okay.
And that same chip is been used here and is pivotal to the bioweapon that's being developed here. That
But we're assuming
maybe
he's
was
on the
me.
rig, right?
Yes,
not in the
correct.
lab. Okay.
He's on the rig. Yes.
Right. So he's not working on bioweapons.
Oh, okay. Well, he's doing something, and
Sure,
we both
sure.
worked on some chip, I guess.
Absolutely. What's his name?
So he goes by the affectionate name of Weenie the Pooh.
Okay.
And his real name is Roger Rue.
Okay.
Oh, poo.
That's ROO.
Got it. And so, tell me, you want to reach out to him, and you want to get something from him?
Well, this directive, I guess, of mine, it says my employment with Skynet hinders the mission. So I think I'm still carrying on, I guess, with the chip design and stuff. So he
Uh-huh.
would recognize me, and that might set us back, because I don't know that I could safely go to maybe where we're going,
Okay.
because he would
If so,
recognize.
that seems cool. If that pops up as a problem, I'll let you hit that directive. How does that sound?
Sure.
Okay. Who's next?
Okay. We ready to
All
go?
right. I will use research. It's not my strong suit. See if we can learn a little bit more about Octavia.
Okay. Go ahead and make a roll for me. With mind.
That's a 9.
That's a 9. So, what is it that you exactly want to know?
Let's see what these questions.
I'll give you this. I'll give you this story.
All right.
She's kind of a following back her cover ID. She's a trained agent, and she's got kind of a political bent, and she's clearly gone deep cover, even to Savage Pharma for the last couple of years, and she does have a tie to Arachnos, to the reporter guy.
All right.
So you're that's a little worrisome to you. You also get to take intel.
Yay. Nobody. I think that's it then, right? Nobody
Yep.
take any more freaking legwork.
So what's the plan?
Well, we're going to go in. I think we're going to fly in the helicopter, I guess, because we don't have transportation yet.
Okay.
And then we're going to basically try and bluff our way in to, and we got 2 techs to be able to retrieve some information there before everything goes haywire, and before the kill team gets killing and destroying anything. And we could also get either the head scientist. I don't think we want to mention Octavia, but we could mention get one of the to get some of the lab people out, some of the crucial lab people out.
Okay. That sounds like.
Now we don't have a name for the lab people right now, but we
Nope.
could also just say, that's none of your business.
Might get some stuff on site. Might be able to talk your way past. It might be
Right.
Might be super cool.
Yeah, I was thinking that you would use the cover identities as whatever you come up with to get us onto the rig safely, and then talk our way down the elevator with your infiltration skills.
Right.
And then once we get down there, we find Octavia, and we try to steal the mini sub and get out that way.
Awesome.
What's the chances of us being able to drive a mini sub?
Ray can
Pretty
drive
good.
it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's got good driving skills.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what I need to know. Okay, I'm good with that. We all good?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like
We
you're
all
good.
good?
All right. So I assume then you guys
Oh, yeah.
are getting together at the chopper. That you've had it moved over to the shoreline, so you guys can scramble from there, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you can certainly get that set, and you guys are getting the chopper ready. You're getting your gear stowed and all that. And you'll hear, and you will see this surface-to-surface missile come in and hit the chopper. And everybody is going to take 2 harm.
Oh no.
And you can see out of the smoke and debris, and when that happens, when that explosion happens, you'll see the Ferraki security guys, those guys you fucked over before, come rushing in to fucking finish you off.
All right,
Okay,
so
I have a
we'll,
question.
we'll make our
If I
harm
may.
roll. We put the harm we suffered as the modifier, right?
Yes. So let's start with you, Matt. When everybody's going to take the harm move, and then the first person to go next before anything else happens is going to be Fabian, because he has the wired reflexes.
So do I.
Okay, then you two are both going to go as soon as that all goes down. So, Matt, how much harm did you take?
Harm, I rolled an 8. Yay, I will choose 1. Or you will choose 1.
Let's see. The chopper is not like destroyed, but somewhere in the dirt, debris, and rubble are the keys.
Oh.
Okay, you're kind of laying there, your ears are ringing, and you look down, and like half your key ring is still in your hand, the other half is gone.
It's so hard to find things when you've only got one eye.
Nice.
Oh, this is too much fun.
Ben, can I have you make your harm move? Do you have any armor?
Oh man, I don't.
Okay, then roll with +2.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
All right. So you need to look at the harm move, and you need to choose one of those things. Either you're knocked out, you take an additional harm, you lose a piece of cyberware until you can get it repaired, or you lose a body part.
Where is the? Let me see, harm. I guess I will. Let's see. Do I have cyberware? I guess we all have cyberware, right?
Yeah,
What's my
I think
cyberware?
you have some cyberware, right?
Not necessarily. Well, you have your drones.
Let's see here, Rake.
Oh, cyberware, neural interface, and cyber implant arm. Okay. So I guess my my neural interface to my extra data storage
Okay.
is.
That means you're not going to be able to control your drones,
Oh.
because that's how you control your drones.
Oh, I see. Let me write that down. Control drones. All right, then my cyber arm then
Okay.
is temporarily.
What happens? What does it look like?
So the this thing goes off, and A little piece of shrapnel, I guess, hits my arm.
So you get that thing where that piece kind of goes into it, and it's kind of jammed in there. There's that sort of as that happens. All right, Scott, let's have you make that harm roll.
Okay. And what is the?
You have
The
armor,
one
right?
Yep.
So you've only taken 1 harm, so you only have to roll with +1.
Oh, that's awesome. All right.
All right. The good news is you get to mark XP. The better news is you don't take any damage.
Woo-hoo. I was.
You just take the
still
1
loading
harm.
I was still loading up my gear, and I hadn't gotten up to the chopper yet before it blew up. So
Yeah.
it's far.
It's
And what we're doing XP? Shouldn't we have marked XP for taking the mission?
yes,
Yes.
for the mission, taking the mission, you got 1, and for the planning, which you guys figured out, you should also get another 1.
All right.
Okay.
Woohoo! I gotta move.
Okay. Well, we're gonna come back. We'll see if you're still alive in a second. Fabian.
Still got one to lose.
Fabian, you're at
Yeah.
0. You take 0 harm.
Yes.
And you've got a minus to your harm move with your armor, right? -2.
With the dermoplating, yep.
Awesome. So roll with a -2. There's almost no chance that you're going to screw this up.
10,
Okay.
9, 8.
So I'm going to say that when this goes off, you are loading up. You are not prepared for it, but your reflexes kind of catch, and you're starting to draw your big weapon out, and you're knocked back, and your weapon's out of your hand. The big one.
All right.
Okay, but you're uninjured otherwise. We'll come back to you in a second, Carl.
Since I have sensed there's no way I'm going to be able to do an act under pressure instead, right?
Oh God, no.
Bastard! Damn you, bastard!
Okay, so how much harm did you take? You have body armor, right?
Oh, yes! Lots of body armor.
How much do you
Jesus,
have?
where-
It looks like I have lots of body armor.
Okay. Well, you've rolled low all night, so pretty likely that you're going to roll your harm move and be fine.
He's rolling a 12.
So
He's due.
Oh God!
So,
Good night, sweet prince.
Carl, your
Moving up the clock won't be bad.
you
I'll take full harm. Full harm. Fuck that. I'll take 3. Wait, 3 points.
3 points.
So I'm at 21.
So yeah, you'll be at marked to 20 with 100. All right. So that happens. The explosion goes off. There's the Fraki team
I
are coming
blocked
up.
everybody.
Okay. Yeah, you are closest to the blast in some ways. That goes off. Carl, who goes first? Is it you or Ringo?
I'm gonna go. It's gotta be Ringo.
Ringo. What do you
All right.
do?
How far away is my gun? Can I dive for it?
If you want to take your action to go and get it, I will let you act under pressure to get it and be able to attack on this round.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. If you get a 7 and 9, you won't be able to attack. If you fail, then we're going to get some shooting on you. Okay. So roll cool.
And the sense snares add 1 to this.
Yeah.
So 7. No, 7.
7. Okay. So you do roll fast, get up, and get the weapon out. But it's like, it's not that you're slow. It's that the gun's kind of jammed under part of the helicopter, and you have to and pull it out, which costs you the reaction time that you wanted. But you've got it in your hand now. Sound cool?
Yeah.
Okay. Ringo's getting his gun. What do you do?
How close are they? Where are they? What are they? What do we see?
So
Are they
there
right
are
next to us?
there are it's a team of 5 guys, male and female. They've got basic body armor, and essentially they've the 6th guy did the launch of this missile. Not too big, They wanted to knock you guys down, and then they're coming up to essentially gun you guys down. They're gonna gun you all down in the streets and take all your stuff.
They're at like medium range.
Yeah, they're moving in on you.
There's no way my monofilament whip is going to work at all.
You could move up and try and get a couple of them if you wanted to.
I am going to roll and get some cover and pull out my pistol and blast away.
Okay. So you want to do some damage to him, right?
Yes.
So if your intention is to do some damage to him, you're going to roll mix it up.
Yep. Can I get cover? I mean, 2, is that possible?
Yeah,
Does that work?
Yeah. I mean, you've got cover. Hopefully it'll work for you. We'll see. It's going to depend on how you roll.
Okay.
Do you have a neural interface on your gun, like a gun sight, so you can use synth on it, or you're just rolling meat?
I'd rather roll meat.
You're just rolling meat. Then go ahead and
roll meat.
Let's see it.
Okay.
So that's 8. So that's a 7 and 9.
The one is the synth nerves.
Okay. Yeah, that's still good. So Carl, if we look at mix it up, you do. What's the damage of that pistol?
It's 2. I think it's 2.
Okay. So you and hit one of these guys and force him. He takes a hard hit in his body armor.
Yeah. 2 harm, close, quick.
Okay. So you do that shot as he's coming in. If he had to shoot him at close range, then he has to drop. He's like, there's a barrier you're behind, and then there's like a 10 feet, and he's had to drop behind another barrier. Look at the mix it up. You rolled a 7 and 9, so you need to choose 2 of those.
Okay. I'll advance the mission clock.
Okay.
Fuck. God, these suck. I hate this game. Something. I don't think we could have anything of value break.
Do you want to have an ally take?
Yeah, Now, if they take harm, what are they going to do? What happens? They take 1 harm, and they're going to.
You tell me. You tell me who's going to take harm, Carl. They've got machine guns. They probably got some armor-piercing rounds. We'll see what happens here.
Fuck almighty. I can't take it. Something of value. No, would be very fucked on there. It's got to be Ringo. Sorry.
Okay, Ringo. As you're getting the gun up, you will see one of the guys moves up and he fires off, and you take 1 harm, armor piercing.
Got it.
Okay, essentially he's got one of those depleted uranium slugs, and it hits through that armor, and you're like, ugh. So I need you to roll the harm move.
Okay, so
-1.
armor, -1. Got it. So the harm suffered. I put the 1 in there because the round gave me an arm. Right.
Yeah, and then you can do a -2 on the forward. That's the easiest way to do it.
Okay, and then so.
Oh yeah, you're fine, dude.
2.
You're fine, and mark an XP.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, so you get hit by that, kind of stagger back when that shot goes off. So
what was the XP for?
Because you rolled a 6 or less.
Ah, got it.
Isn't that screwed up? Look, it's paying you for taking harm. Look at that.
There you go.
Look at that.
I love this stuff. What?
That's what you know. You got.
I'm helping you, Fabian. I can help you some more.
Apparently.
Okay. Let's go to Matt. Matt, what are you doing? You're muted.
Matthew.
Or dead.
I was saying, I really like my helicopter. So I think he's crawling around on his hands and knees looking for the keys while this is going on.
Okay, let's go ahead and roll cool.
Oh.
Good news is
I mark experience.
Yes.
And you know where the key is as it falls into the ocean.
and a great white shark eats it, leaping out of the water, swimming away.
Now, Matt, you're like, oh yeah, there's my keys, and you're like, oh yeah, and you go to get it, and you look, and you see the shadow come over you, and you see one of those Firaki fuckers, and he comes down, and he brings his fucking boot down on your wrist, and it's one of those heavy military boots, and he brings his whole fucking weight down on it, okay, and you hear your bones give as he slams it down before you can reach your keys. Take 1 harm.
Ah, it's so hard to dodge when you have no depth perception.
And roll your harm move.
All right.
Oh, I'm glad we stake so much on this because we're gonna fucking lose this mission before we even start.
Okay.
See.
So
See,
here's
you
your
know, these-
here's your
these
payoff
clocks
is
don't mean
I
anything.
think I already got you to lose your grip and someone got the drop on you, so you're good, all right?
All right.
Ben, what do you want to do?
You're talking to me, right?
Yeah, I am.
Talking to me.
So
That's right, Rake. What are you doing?
Yes, Rake. So let's see. We just got our helicopter just exploded. Did I
They
get this
fired
right,
a
Ann?
missile. They damaged the helicopter. It's kind of knocked over. There's smoke and chaos and all that going around. Your gear and stuff is not loaded up. It's all out here. They're running up and starting to gun people down. You see one guy. It looks like he's going to kill Daddy Bye Bye. You see actually
And we
Ringo
haven't even
take a
taken
hit.
off for the mission yet. We're just still on.
Oh
the
no,
launch
you haven't
pad,
taken off. The
basically.
mission hasn't started.
Yeah. All right. So,
You want to call up your
Beast,
drone?
get him.
Okay. So describe to me what that looks like. Beast is coming out.
Yeah. So he's this basically. Imagine like a tank, basically, that's in the shape of sort of a bear, and he's got a 5-harm gun that just like he swings over his eyes, sort of reticle things, and sort of like he's got the 2 sort of Ed 509
209. Show me some respect.
sort of thing there.
All right, then I need you to roll mix it up with synth.
How do I do that? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right, gotcha. Dunk.
Oh, holy shit, Ben. So bear pops out, and do you want to kill the guy that's by Matt?
Yeah.
Okay, Matt, this guy is looking down at you. He's pulled out a knife. He's clearly going to pop your other eyeball out of its socket. And then there's a fine red mist where he was. There's like a pair of legs, and they topple over, and just this whoosh, as Bear just annihilates this guy, Matt.
Beast.
And as the hot blood hits Daddy Bye Bye's face, the broadcast button gets hit.
Okay.
Daddy Bye Bye here, my little munchies. You feel that hot splatter on your faces? That's human blood. Go get some for yourselves.
And what about you, Scott?
This is just not my thing.
Nope.
I am looking for a cover, someplace to hide behind, and I don't. Where's the list of? Is there some way I can hack into their communications?
Finish it, ain't that?
So you want to try and like cause problems for them? Is what you're trying
Yes.
to do? Okay. So let's see what that's going to be. You're not using armed force. How about this? How about we do this with your standard assess action, and you can use that to get like a +1 forward for yourself on a couple of times, or pass that on to other people. How's that sound?
Okie dokie.
Okay.
What is assess is what?
Edge.
Edge. Oh, don't have anything really for that. But I'm not. Oh.
Hey, get out of our comms, man! It's them.
So you will go to get the comms set up to try and do that, and somebody hits this pulse. They clearly were ready for you guys on that, and all of your communications go down, including Matt's broadcast.
Oh.
Okay, so you've just got to shout to each other.
All right.
Ringo,
All right.
4 left.
All right. Who's the guy that had shot the depleted uranium?
He's the guy who's doing the cover fire from a ways away there, popping up with his rifle to take more shots at you.
Okay, when he pops up, I pop him.
Okay, roll it.
All right.
Mix it up.
Oh, so these guys never roll.
No, I never roll.
Oh no, that's interesting. I
Yeah,
like that's
This is all us killing ourselves.
If you were in a bad situation where you guys kind of got it, then I would probably have you roll act under pressure.
11.
Okay, and this is the gun. How much harm does that do?
Let's see. I think it's 5. It's 5 armor piercing
Okay, so
and breach.
this guy pops up again to take another shot and put it into you. What does that look like?
Essentially, it does so much damage because of its because I'm pinpoint targeting it hence the neural interface.
Okay.
So essentially, he pops up, he lines up with the scope, and my round goes right through the scope into his eye.
Goes back, slow-mo, back of his head just blows out. There's a hole where it was, and he drops to the ground. Let's come back to you, Carl. What is Xavier
I
doing?
am going to be moving around them, and I'm going to be trying to get into a flanking position. So I'll probably have to move between cover, and I'm going to be trying to get into a flanking position to set them up.
Okay. So who are you going to help? So it's like a help. You're going to be rolling links with somebody.
Okay. I was thinking act under pressure, but that's fine. We can do it that way. Then it would be, let's see, well, it's gonna be shit. It's gonna be the only person who's fighting. It's gotta be.
The two people who are fighting are Ben and Ringo.
Oh, okay. In that case, yeah, that's right. The fucking monster bear. Yeah, it's Ed 209. I'm helping.
Okay.
Fuck. Do I have any links with Rake? I have one link with Rake. Okay, good. Yeah, I'll link with Rake.
Run.
Okay. You sure you want my help?
Oh yeah.
Oh, just barely. Look at that.
Just barely. Okay.
Nice.
So what it is you're going to kind of draw fire and pop somebody out so that Bear can spot and get him. If Bear fucks up, though, you also get caught in the backlash. So let's see what happens.
Oh, great.
What are you doing, Ben?
So Bear, get him.
Okay, this
Over
guy
there.
pops up to try and put a bullet in Xavier. Roll it.
All right. That's a synth you said, right? So.
Yep.
And you get +1 for.
There we go.
Yes. Okay, so again, another and the miniguns go off, and Carl, you are just covered in this splatter of a fine, like somebody doing a spray paint, like an air gun. So let's come to Matt.
So the guy that broke my wrist got misted.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep going for my keys then.
Okay. If you want to spend your action getting your keys, I will let you get your keys this round.
Or you're not gonna make me fail another act under pressure roll?
Nah.
Hey, wait, the lemur stole it. There he goes.
Going for the other eye. You brought the lemur along to torture, and it got out.
Oh,
That would be justice.
Why do I do these things?
All right, so you got your keys. Scott.
right.
okay. So I have a pretty good links with Ben. So, can I use those basically? And I'm familiar with his bear,
Mm-hmm.
as well to basically to feed him some targeting information from my different basically vantage point as I'm.
Oh, yeah, if you had your comms, that'd be awesome.
Damn it!
Work on the comms. Get them back up.
Yes, I'm going to work on the comms.
Okay.
I do have a microtronics workstation that I can perform field repairs on electronic equipment.
Okay, let's have you roll act under pressure.
I'm blowing the fuck out of our comms. 8. Woo!
Okay, it's going to take you a little bit to get it up. But
All right.
Okay. That means we cut back to Ringo.
You're working on it.
Ringo, you want to wait? I can
Okay.
help you out.
No, I think you're doing well with Trace. I'm sorry, is it
Rake.
Rake? Sorry.
Yeah.
I look for the next threat.
Okay, there are just 3 guys left. The 2 who are here that came in, and then the guy who's reloading the missile launcher.
That guy.
Okay.
The missile launcher guy.
Let's have you roll mix it up.
All right.
Nice. So this guy is getting that thing loaded, and I assume that you shoot him in the missile.
Yep, same way.
Boom! There's an explosion over there, and it is raining men. Hallelujah,
Hallelujah.
all over the place. Let's come back to you, Xavier.
Okay. Last guy.
No,
Yes.
2 more guys.
Oh, there's 2 more guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Then, they've lost 3, right? Yeah, 3.
They've lost
No.
4.
They've lost 4.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to get from my position, which is closer to them. I'm going to tell them, retreat now or you're all going to die. You bit off more than you could chew. Last chance. You
Roll.
got your hit in. You fucked up. You're going to die.
Roll edge.
Seven. Now, I am hindering the mission with my values because I'm trying not for them to die, and what I should be doing is just moving, keep on helping out somebody and kill them.
All right. So I think that they are pushing on. They're kind of desperate because they don't think that Ringo or this fucking bear is going to let them walk away.
Yeah, no shit.
Okay. So
They'd be right.
so what happens here is you get your point for that, but this guy pops a shot into you for a point.
Okay. 1 point of damage.
Yep. Roll your harm move. Essentially, you shout that out, you're kind of talking, and this guy goes, "Fuck you!"
Oh, turn the other cheek, baby.
That's right.
How much? Let's see.
That's 10.
That's a 10. Out of action, take an additional harm, lose a piece of cyberware, lose a body part.
What? I take 1 harm, so it'll be 2. I'll be at 2,200. What does that mean?
That means you're. That's the point at which you need to get serious treatment to get it taken care of. If you go to 2,200, 2,300 is even worse.
So it's two times, or what is it?
So I'm sorry. So you only roll harm. You only rolled the harm once.
Choose one.
And
Okay,
you
you're out of
get-
action.
you
Take a
choose
full
one.
harm. Lose a piece of cyberware until you get it repaired. Lose a body part. Arm or leg. Fuck.
Right.
It's not an
That's
easy
Probably
decision.
go out.
Do you want
Huh?
to just go out?
Well, no. I mean, we're at the beginning of the mission.
Well, somebody will hopefully get you up unless they all get killed.
You mean right now they're going to get me up, like before we go into the sub?
Yeah, you guys haven't even gotten out to the place yet.
So that's realistic. I thought I was going to be out for the whole sub thing.
No. This is out of action
Okay.
right now for the scene.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Now action for the scene. That's cool. That's easy.
So hits you, and you kind of stagger back and drop down. And you're
So
at-
I take one harm.
yeah. So you're at what, 2,200 now?
Yeah.
Okay. So somebody's going to have to do some serious aid to you. All right, Ben.
All right. So what's the situation here now?
There are
We've
two
got,
guys left, and one of them just popped out and shot Xavier and dropped him.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have Bear get that guy.
Okay. Let's have you roll that synth. Turns.
I told him.
Oh, oops. I need to add the number here. Okay.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, let's see.
Now, can you? Let's see. It's what oh, you need to bring it up to a 7, don't you?
Yep.
Do you have any gear or any?
I have gear.
Only one, right?
I have one gear.
Do you have any intel?
I don't have any intel.
Scott, do you want to try and aid him?
So I'll spend an intel, or you can spend a gear, and that'll bring it up to a 7.
That would do it.
All right. So I'll spend my gear. Pop in the emergency transponder there, and have him kick in some emergency circuits so that he doesn't.
Yeah.
I sense some circuits backfiring there. So.
Don't forget. Well, you won't mark XP because you were able to push that up. But Scott, you're able to use your intel to get an alternate frequency. You adjust it.
Yes.
You reverse the polarity. And this guy, Matt. One guy
Okay.
left.
There's one guy
You
left.
could get to safety, get to your chopper, get it fresh, or you could go for this last guy.
Well, I
Who is
think I wanna-
retreating?
I think I want to do something else because I'm interested in what they're saying. Our comms are down. I want to use my comm array to intercept their communications.
Okay.
I think it's a thing I can do because under cyber comms, it's when monitoring communications or giving orders, you can use assess.
Okay. Let's have you roll assess then.
All right. Woohoo! 9.
So you get one hold.
Yep. And I can ask one of these questions then. I want to ask who or what is in control here.
Oh, you fucking guys are. This is the last goddamn guy. There's nobody else on his comms. He's like going, Bob, anybody?
Nice.
Does that seem reasonable?
Yeah.
Okay. Ringo.
I'm going to use my move, serious, bad,
Yep.
but
Bad butt.
sorry. Well, I've got kids. I've
Okay.
got to modify. And essentially, what I want to do, it says I can roll style and I get holds and everything else, but on the 6, even below. Okay, so essentially, what I want to do is I want to lock eyes with this guy
Okay.
and say, "You don't have to die. It's your choice. Put it down."
Essentially, I'm trying to protect life. He's kind of doing a job here.
Let's have you roll serious badass.
Okay. Let me make sure I got read it correctly. Yep. Okay. Here we go. No.
You motherfucker! Cyber bastard!
So that's serious badass.
The good news is
The good news is you do get to mark XP, Ringo. The bad news is you'll see this guy. You're close to him. You hear the tink, whew, toot, 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 and the grenade goes off right by you. 2 harm, armor piercing. Luckily, no one is by you, or they would take the hit as well.
Okay, rolling the harm.
Yep, and you get to mark XP for endangering the mission and for the failure.
Okay, I'm going to only do 1 harm suffered, even though I have 3, because I get -2 for the dermal plating.
Yep, awesome.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that 9?
Yeah, that's a 9. So I'm going to say he knocks you down. He sends you flying backwards. Does that seem cool?
Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
So you lose your footing, crash down. Let's come back to Ben.
Okay. So
There's one guy left. He just threw a grenade at Ringo and blew Ringo up.
So the one guy left threw a grenade at Ringo and is Ringo injured?
Oh yeah, Ringo's down. Knocked down. He hasn't gotten up yet.
Who's the worst injured here? Is it?
I think it's Xavier. Xavier's probably the worst injured.
Kill the guy.
All right, I'm gonna have Bear go do it.
Okay, roll synth.
You're gonna have Bear kill Xavier?
No, there's one
Well,
bad
you
guy
know,
left.
it's easier.
Boxcars is casual. And he's gone. And essentially, it'll get quiet. The sort of crackling of smoke and flame around. The sound of everybody kind of groaning where they're at.
What's the status of Rocky security team?
Oh yeah, they are.
Just wondering.
Just wondering what their status is. Their status is that.
Oh no! Let's see what this is.
Ben, let's have you roll your apply first aid roll.
I got to make sure my kids are in bed.
Sure, go ahead.
Apply first aid roll. How do I do that?
Roll cool.
Roll cool, right? Okay.
So that's a 9. And you reduce an additional segment because of your medic thing, right?
Let me. I have to keep going back and forth between my character sheet and the thing here. Let's see. You're an expert in medicine. When you apply first aid, you heal 1 additional harm segment even on a miss.
Carl, you get to heal up 2 segments.
I feel a lot better now. Thanks, dude.
All right.
Yeah,
well, you guys can still
ready
go on the mission.
Go. Oh, we're definitely going.
Oh, absolutely. Okay.
I'll offer basically my repair thing to help with fixing the chopper if it needs any fixing.
Okay. I don't think anybody else is over 2100, are they? Is anybody at?
Nope.
No? So I'm going to casually assume that you guys can trauma derm yourselves back. You do, however, look like shit. You guys have clearly been through a fight. You're bloodied, wounded. You look like shit. But you can get your health back.
So you'll have to spin that story when we get there.
Oh, I've already got that worked up.
Okay.
And Trace probably rails on, and I can't believe you offered them a chance to live again. What the bloody hell are you thinking?
Hey, life's worth something.
And what would you say to the poor 5 souls that he brings back the next time that we mow down? How many of them do we have to kill?
I think they learned something real quick.
I don't think so.
They had surprise, and we gunned down 3 of them without almost any effort. They should have killed us all. If it had been the other situation, they'd have been dead before they did anything. They'd been dead all at the missile hit. They would have left. They'd have gone their way. They would have said, okay, we're
back with another 10 guys. Just like they did when we let them go the first time.
Well, you can believe that, but that's not what I believe. And, hey. You
And for the record, a life is worth about 80,000 unique impressions.
Everybody should mark an experience for dealing with Firaki.
So I don't see their meter on my...
yeah, it's
Roll20.
gone.
They're gone.
Because they're
dead.
all dead.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's nobody left to hold a grudge.
Yes.
I get it.
That's the way it should be.
So if you could kill everyone in a corporation, that's the other way to clear a thing.
There we go.
Excellent.
Huh. That's interesting.
Hey, Lowell.
Yes.
On if we fail in the mission, does it count, or does it fail if we also fail in the leg? Because I messed up my my whatever contact to hit the streets roll. Do I get experience for that, or is that?
Whenever you rolled 6 or less, you would have marked experience.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm cranking now.
Yeah, look at that. You're all catching up
This
there.
one session is 8 experience points so
Yep.
far. We barely started the damn mission.
Yep. So we will play again in 2 weeks because next week is Gen Con week and Scott and Ben will be gone.
That's awesome. I'm in Atlanta next week. That's perfect.
Good. Oh yeah, you can go look at the site where you guys got blown up.
So if we got enough for another move, we can take it?
Yeah. Shit. Yeah.
So Ben, you have Traumaderm because I was thinking of taking that. Now that you've got that covered.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm back.
Fabian, because you guys dealt with Firaki, you get to mark another XP.
Oh, awesome.
Awesome. And I was
All
telling
right.
them that.
So just screw up a couple more times and I can level.
Yeah.
You can take moves from other classes too, can't you?
No,
Yeah.
we can start shooting. We can start shooting you now.
Yeah. Keep in mind that you always want to track exactly what you're buying because there's limitations on that.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
What about my harm level? Has that gone down at all?
Oh yeah. But you guys will have enough time afterwards, and Ben has trauma derms and medic that you'll be able to get healed up. You do, however, all look like shit. Okay.
So I'm liking this exit strategy on the soldier list. You always have an escape plan prepared. When shit hits the fan and you decide to bail out, roll mind. 7+ you escape. 10+, choose one thing to leave behind. 79, choose 2 things. Some of these things are your team.
What do you mean?
Ringo
some?
and Xavier?
I thought all of them were. No,
and-
I've got something similar.
Okay, so Fabian, as I was telling them, because it's Gen Con next week and Scott and Ben won't be here, we will be skipping next week.
Got it.
Okay? All right, guys, I'm going to stop recording now.
That was fun.